So continuing, I think we've dealt enough of those cards. Might do some tea leaf, Mercury retrograde. That's my excuse. For the pile that chose Garnet, okay. Frying pan, trouble accusations. There might be some kind of fighting, which is causing some kind of, dysfunctional dynamic. Triumph over troubles and obstacles, eagles. You might want to search the eagle spiritual animal meaning on YouTube, figure out more about how that applies. Eagles fly above situations. They distance themselves very high and they have a great point of view. Firecracker, which was excitement. So, geez, it just flew in there. Okay. And any last message? Oh, for Garnet, not unsuccessful plans. Okay, any other message for Garnet? Let's see. So maybe this pressure is also forming a better kind of way that you approach relationships, and this pressure is forcing you to kind of focus on what's important to you at the end of the day, which helps you make better decisions when it comes to relationships. So I think I'll do a rune for you. So a rune for Garnet. Those who picked Garnet, you're watching Garnet. For those who picked Garnet, which kind of rune is going to be important for Garnet? Oh, okay. This one is called Ehwaz, so it's E-H-W-A-Z. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can shine some extra light. It's kind of a trippy card. So you could definitely take some time to Google that. I'll just look it up very quickly and see what it looks like. It means Ehwaz rune, and I use the Rational Heathen a lot. They're a great blog, but you can use anything. It's the rune of the psycho-spiritual construct. Let's see. Ehwaz rune. It's a rune of defense and protection. So that would make sense why this pressure in relationships is forcing you to kind of understand how to stand your own ground. Bows were often constructed of yew. If the wood was chosen correctly, it would have two different properties in the wood itself. One part would be rigid and the other would be flexible. Ehwaz is a powerful rune of protection. Like the self bow or the yew staff, it can be used hard and flexible. The rune is even shaped somewhat like a bow or staff if you use enough imagination. The reason why this rune can be is because the yew itself is poisonous. Okay, so there might be a transformation that needs to take place in order to establish your own protection. And you can look more into that rune. I'll pull one of these to see more about what you're dealing with. Okay, for those who clicked Garnet, who chose Garnet, what are they dealing with? What do they need to know? Okay, we've got Bluff, which is Jupiter in Gemini, number 3. In a reading, this card indicates a need to throw oneself into an unfamiliar situation or challenge and use one's wits or bluff through the first stage. This is not as dishonest as an approach as it sounds. A brain surgeon has to make the first operation as confidently as if it were the 50th. A situation in which one has to impress others with knowledge, discussions about business or legal affairs, a lecture to talk to a group or society. So again, you might be dealing with a partner that's a Gemini, because we had a lot of Gemini energy coming out here. And Jupiter can represent a spouse or a man or an older, more wise kind of person. Or maybe this is just a person you met out and about, or somebody that's very witty, picks up facts quickly. So anything else you want them to know from this deck for those who chose Garnet? Didn't really come out for Garnet. Okay, let's see what that says. Rebellion and status Jupiter in Taurus and Mars in Aquarius. So Mars in Aquarius. Number 11. Receiving this card in a reading indicates the need for a lateral approach to the question. Turn the current thinking on its head and approach it from a different angle. A drastic change of thought is needed. Events leading a protest, expressing discontent with authority, the courage to be different, anger over indulgence, and then, so that was a rebellion, which is Mars and Aquarius, another air sign. And then we'll skip to Jupiter in Taurus. When this card is drawn, it hints that one should be aware of priorities and question whether material gain is really the most important at the moment. Gaining pleasure from beautiful things, extravagant taste, a generous love of art, using money to cultivate powerful friends. So there might be a conflict about money with somebody with a Gemini, someone who has Gemini traits or placements, and I think I will finish with a familiar for you guys. For Garnet, those who chose Garnet, what is their advice for the greatest success? Looks like we got Dwarf, which was resourceful. Metals, crystals, stones aligned, resources extracted and skillfully mined, runic symbols etched on tools, ingenious wise and not for fools. Cunning, resilience, and acceptance are my tools when it comes to a highly effective magical work. The ability to see alternative solutions when confronted with a problem or a tricky situation calls you to be quick-witted, clever, and bright. As you harness the ability to process information emotionally as well as intellectually, I can help you get the job done against all odds. My intimate knowledge and robust focus are instrumental when it comes to working with the craft, and I will teach you how to hone less admirable qualities such as pride, greed, or stubbornness to get what you want, even when things look impossible. As you become more resistant to outside influence, I will gift you 2 magical stones. Whenever you're feeling cursed, hexed, or in a crisis, choose wisely between strength and invisibility in your quest to overcome difficulties. A career in metalwork calls, study the Norse runic alphabet for divination, work with crystals for healings, purchase only crystals that are ethically mined, go climbing or to connect with the mountain spirits, stop being so stubborn, study alchemy. You have the ability to bounce back, so go for it. As a skilled craftsman and metalsmith, dwarves support Norse gods and aid them with their wisdom and cleverness. Resistant to basic magic, dwarves work magic manipulation through runes. Inscribe the runic symbol for protection into a black obsidian crystal for safe guardianship of the dwarves against chaos magic. So the reason Garnet is actually associated with protecting one, they used to wear Garnet when they were out and about, taking, journeys and whatnot, and this would protect against demonic forces. And I do see we got the rune, which is all about protection. So if you do want to inscribe this rune on anything for protection, that might help you, or just look up that rune and kind of claim it and feel it. So thank you for clicking this video. Please hit like or comment if any of this was relevant, and have a great day.